It's a real pleasure to be with you from West London, from Stamford Bridge. I'm Derek Ray, and with me here on the commentary box is Stuart Robson. And tonight we've got the semi-final of the Champions League coming up for you. It's Chelsea facing Borussia Dortmund.
Well, Derek, it could be cagey and it could be tight, but we've got some of the best players on view here, and they'll want to show just how good they really are. I can't wait for this tie to start.
The lineup for Chelsea.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how the wingers play today. Will they stay high and wide? Will they come in field and support the centre forward? And how deep will they come out of possession? They're going to be key to this formation.
Thank you, Stamford Bridge. Enjoy the game.
And introducing the Borussia Dortmund side.
Well, it's a 3-4-2-1, but they can't allow their centre forward to become too isolated. And that will be determined by the two players in behind him. They have to affect the game and be the key players here.
And they kick off here. Barella. Alvarez. Dangerous looking attack. Well, it looked highly promising, but they got nothing out of it. Evanilson. Decent position for Dortmund to be in. Zabitzer! Well, actually pretty easy for the goalkeeper in the end. James. Caicedo. Moises Caicedo. Well, there's been a boatload of speculation surrounding him ahead of the game. The rumours are true. He's going to end his wonderful career at the end of the season. And what a loss for the club that is bound to be, Stuart.
Well, it's slightly surprising because he still looks a very good player. But he obviously knows his own body and thinks he can't perform at his best anymore. I think he's made a brave decision.
Attacking possibilities for Chelsea. Oh, big opportunity! And the keeper there to deal with it. Keen to take it short here. Will it happen for them? Closing down well. Now winning back possession.
Can the owner of the blue car please return to the vehicle? You're outside.
Borussia Dortmund showing good width. Bellingham. Return to Zabitzer. Well, going for power and so close to finding the net. Well, not quite what he wanted to do with the pass. Barella. Well, Well, you can probably see why we're focusing on this fellow as one to watch. Stuart, in particular, what do you expect to see from him?
Well, Derek is a player that thrives on confidence. He should be really confident at the moment. He's the top goal scorer in the competition so far this season. And his general play has been absolutely magnificent. And there's every chance he'll score again today.
Barella. An attack full of promise. Barella. Is it going to be? Brilliantly blocked. James. Might jump in front. Oh, a challenge that simply had to be won. It's a good Dortmund move in the making. Could play it in. Big chance! And a goal! The opening statement of the semi-final. How important can that prove to be?
Well, he does everything right here. Good contact, right technique and alert to the situation. That's a smart finish.
Goal for Borussia
So Chelsea
Dortmund.
get things going again. How will they reply to that setback? Cucurella. Barella. And Chelsea moving the ball forward. What can they do from here? Surely the equaliser. Frantic action from one end to the other. They weren't ahead for long, and this match is level again.
Well, I have to say, this is a really good goal. Just look how well balanced he is. He knows he's going to be under pressure, but he shows great composure to hit the target.
So, a level contest, 1-1. Felix Metscher. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Evan Nilsson. Well, the keeper reacted magnificently. Delivering it. There's still danger here. Well, in the final analysis, his timing just wasn't there.
Well, it's always difficult to hit those perfectly, and unfortunately for him, he got that all wrong.
Fofana. And taken away, he won the ball. Good looking ball, there could be a chance now. Well, this could really help the cause. And the counter looks on here, options available. It looked like open road for them, but up a dead end. Well, in the end, nothing really to worry the keeper about. Reece James. Here's Alvarez. It's really opening up positively for Chelsea. Nice looking move, this. Well, just the tackle that was needed. Plenty of players waiting in the middle. Chance here. Just couldn't get it through. Well, not pretty, but very gritty. What to like about that pass? Well, nicely cut out. Now what can they do with the ball? Realising that it might be opening up on the opposite flank. Perfect challenge. And Chelsea get the decision from the referee. Moises Caicedo. On to James. Will he play it in? A really top-notch piece of defending. Kudus. What can Chelsea do from this position? Absolutely spot on with that challenge. Well, just 1 minute of time added on for stoppages here. And players waiting in the centre. Brilliantly blocked. Well, the managers will now... So back underway, and an intriguing second half in prospect. Oh, moving it nicely. Zabitzer. And what a magical save it was! And over it comes. And the danger is averted. Now the quick counter-attack could be on. Well, nicely cut out. Kobel. Zabitzer. Piece of defending, and he's lost custody of the ball here, and he's gone into an illegal position, unfortunately. Wesley Fofana. Trying his luck, and he's gone for power, so close to finding the net. Cucurella. Barella has it. Well, just to point you in the right direction, we have more live action from the Premier League coming up here on EA TV. It's Chelsea versus Sunderland. Might lead to a chance. Opportunity here. Oh, a challenge that simply had to be won. Marcel Zabitzer. It looks promising. Felix Mecha. Has eyes for goal! Well, it turned out to be fairly routine for the keeper in the end. Barella. Well, he's been the standout for his side so far, don't you think, Stuart?
Well, he stepped forward for his team with the equaliser. It could prove to be the key turning point in this contest, as they haven't been at their best today. You do feel they need to find another gear in the second half, though, if they are to go on and win it.
Well, a good tackle. And Borussia Dortmund in a position of menace. Well, didn't go to plan in the end. Oh, could be an opportunity here. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. That's a good-looking ball. Wright has it. Felix Mecha. Just the challenge that was required. Piero Hincapié. Well, we can give them high marks for their passing, but can they make this pressure count? Zabitzer. And the shot. And the goalkeeper has outdone himself with that save. Substitution it is for Dortmund. Over it comes. Well, not away properly. Well, nothing untoward happened. Chelsea couldn't keep it. Cucurella. Chelsea looking dangerous. Promising pass. Can they forge ahead? Well, I think you could call that an assist. Must put it away. He had to score, and he does.
Well, as you can see, he has to get rid of that quicker. That's a poor mistake from the keeper.
Well, a dramatic moment near the end, and that might well be the decider. Well, that takes the wind out of their sails. Great defending. Moises Caicedo. Barella. Well, that's how to put in a clean tackle. And both hands on it. Good goalkeeping. Barella. Mohamed Kudus. Caicedo. Barella. And threading it through. That is really alert defending, just when the situation looked dangerous. And support available. Well, maybe a good position from which to counter. This could level it. And collect. Tidily, he had plenty to think about. Wesley Fofana. On to James. The ball with Zabitzer. They have to be bold, Borussia Dortmund, in these circumstances. Oh, this is looking promising. And fine goalkeeping. Played over. Well, it still could be dangerous. Danger averted for now. Just have to make sure they don't get caught on the counter-attack. Well, he might be through here. Sound piece of goalkeeping. Joe Bellingham. Gnonto. The referee has decided that 2 additional minutes are in order. Oh, goodness, not the best of challenges. Now then, what's the referee going to do here? And that will change the equation quite profoundly, Stuart.
Absolutely, but it's a poor challenge. The referee had no other option but to send him off.
Fernandes. The final whistle, and it's job done for Chelsea. They hold the advantage going into the return leg.
Well, at this stage of the tournament, you'd take any lead going into that second leg. I tell you what, though, this tie is far from over. Very little to split between the two sides, and it's set up perfectly for round 2.
His performance in this particular game will have impressed many people, Stuart.
Well, he should be pleased with himself today.